Welcome to Book of Saints. We're so sorry for the delay. It's a pleasure to see you again. It's been 2 weeks since we last saw one another. How have you been? How are the kids? We do have an announcement today. Very excited to announce that myself, a friend of mine, you may know him as the individual who plays Dante Giovanni, or Aaron, or over on Scion Godsend, the individual who plays Gregor DeWitt. He and I and a number of other people, including Travis Legg. Let me see if I can get all these names correct. So myself, Will Brown, Kelly Clark, Jason, I can't pronounce that last name at all. Nicholas Maloney, Stephen Neer, and TJ Wilson. We all worked on a thing called World of Darkness Shards of Contagion. It was a combination of the old Mirrors system from the 1E Contagion Chronicle stuff, or not Contagion Chronicle, apologies. The Chronicles of Darkness book. It is now out over on Storyteller's Vault for $12.95. It was a joy to be a part of. It's just in time for the spooky season. What Contagion Chronicle, or what Shards of Contagion does, is introduces the setting from first edition Chronicles of Darkness into the Contagion Chronicle. Contagion being the God machine being overwhelmed with illness and manifesting in a variety of plagues upon the world. And this gives you an introduction to that. So it's finally out. It's finally available. And really excited to be a part of it. We got to write, personally, me, myself, and my cohort, Gregor DeWitt, a.k.a. Will Brown, wrote a lot of the stuff for the Woundgate setting, and it's going to be... I think it's great. You should give it a look. We should get some feedback. Don't look at me like that. Well, with that being said, our only announcement, again, it's on Storyteller's Vault, so under Shards of Contagion, $12.95. It's available now. You should give it a look. With that being said, that's the last announcement I have. Let's go ahead and meet our K-Knights, shall we?
Hey there, it's Jason. I'm excited for this game, and I'm mostly excited for seeing how we go about meeting little Hannah and her 7.
What's up? I'm Trey, or I play Trey. Ready to see what we do, how we do it, and what we get done.
Victor here. I just can't wait to see how Trey complains about how we do this one.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. I play West, and I'm being forced to be here against my will. They have my wife and kids locked up in a cellar. If you're seeing this, please call your local authorities. I need help.
Should have muted him midway through. Welcome again to Book of Saints. We're glad to have you back, Isaiah, for Wesley's character development. I think he's sulked long enough. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Book of Saints, shall we? A recap. Somebody, anybody.
Last session, what did we do? Trey found his chupacabra, did things right, fed and took him back home to the ghoul house. They had a little spat with Jason because nobody for some reason just doesn't respect chupacabra supernatural creatures for some reason. But Trey dropped his Chewy off at the ghoul house, spoke to SNYDER a little bit, or Jason, shall I say, and just had words with them. Nothing too important. Went back home. Saw Victor with his granddad. They were discussing things. The rest of the pack was getting the votary ready while West was in his room. Yeah, just emoing it. Little talking here and there, eventually they were like, let's get everybody in here. So Trey went and got Jason. Lo and behold, during that little spat, Jason was hanging out with Chewy because he caught sniff of some blood in some walls. Found blood in a vial of some sort, along with letters annotating some Malk shit, weird shit, basically. Brought them all back, and everybody was back at home at the Haven. Once we was all there, Wes was still in his room. We talked about the blood, the letters. It was decided to investigate those for a little bit, and eventually it came time to for the three who didn't drink of the votary the first time they drank of our blood to make it even more balanced. And then from there, damn, in all honesty, that was pretty much the session. Yeah.
Well said, Trey. This is where we join you all now. Safe in the Haven, the newly discovered batch of letters, papers, and vials of blood. All gathered together. See what I've seen, gentlemen.
So what's next up?
Well, I'm thinking probably get a little safe for these things, and I mean, anything after that, boss?
I don't know if we have time to get the safe right now. But going and seeing Hannah and the Seven had been mentioned. It's not a bad idea.
I could always just send a message off to have one of my some of my ghouls or some of the bee ghouls get a safe for us.
The bee ghouls.
Yeah,
That's what we're calling them now.
that B grade, you know.
So what is Chewy in your rating structure of ghouls?
Well, they're their own little category, the chewy category. Yeah, I'll just let them know to get us a safe, and I'll just send a little text.
Is Wes down here when the votary happened, or did he go back into his room?
Wesley, would you have returned to your room after you witnessed them partake in the Valdary?
No, I probably would have partook and then sulked in the corner. Can't use my phone because I'd probably sit next to Jason in all honesty.
Then his phone's not gonna work.
I was just thinking that. I'm just gonna lean my phone a little further away from you as I'm sending this message.
Jason's like, yeah, bro. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let me just
To answer your question, Trey, yeah, Wesley is present.
Cool beans. So are we going to Hannah right now?
Yes.
All right.
Right then. I'll get the truck ready.
Is there anything anyone else wishes to prepare before you guys make this venture?
Can I go get my weapon now? I guess, yeah, I'll grab my weapon, that obsidian slab thing I took that I didn't get to use during the fight since we had the whole no weapons rule.
Of course. You can grab it from your room.
I'm gonna grab the fancy little pistols then, because yeah, I'll give them a name later. Fancy pistols deserve good names.
Anybody else?
Everyone's arming up so heavy to go to a peace talk.
I'm not arming up heavy. We're taking the equivalent of like a serrated baseball bat.
If you want peace, prepare for war.
I'm just ready for smoke. Like I said, I was. I mean, in character, Wes wants to go figure out. He said, "Hit in the 7." It's like that creepy Walkavian from like 10 sessions ago. That like whispering in the corner about how cute we were and how we were gonna die and be eaten.
I am not getting anything. I don't need anything.
I'm good.
Understood. Will Chewie be joining you on this venture, Trey?
No.
That's what I say, bro. Now that's a threat. That's a walking threat. Pulling up on the chupacabras, like walking up to someone with a gun and being like,
That is a
Hello.
weapon of mass destruction.
"Hi, how are you doing today?"
You guys prepare. Soon you're all ready. Alfonso, of course, will not be joining you. Monique and Mashenka are available if you wish.
If they want. They didn't get to meet Hannah and the 7 yet, so.
You guys all pile in to the vehicle and make your way. Victor, horse on your motorcycle. You make your way to the, we'll call it a club, as we have been for some time now. It's a busy night tonight. There's a line out front, door wrapping around the building. You can see the music, the lights already pouring out onto the street. The bouncer is a large gentleman, bald, tattooed head.
Are these canines waiting in line? Or
Difficult
just
to
regular
tell.
folk?
Difficult to tell. Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness roll, please. Can, of course, feel free to rouse the blood.
Yeah, I'll do that. Success. Four successes.
4 successes. You don't see any signs. Everyone appears to be breathing, and the sweat and the bodies don't exude the dead form of canines.
I'm skipping the line.
Yeah, I had no intention of standing in that line.
I was about to activate and just tell him to move.
You guys are, of course, stopped by the doorman. Back of the line is in there.
We're not really here to enjoy the
I
festivities.
don't give a fuck what you're here for.
Okay, I switched to
Here to
Dawn.
speak to Hannah.
Last I heard, she wasn't expecting any visitors tonight.
Daunt.
You're gonna activate Daunt.
Yeah, I'll watch just be like, move.
Detail Daunt for us, please, Wesley.
Instead of attracting people, the vampire uses presence to repel. With the power, the user appears threatening and exudes an aura of menace powerful enough to make most mortals avoid their attention, and even vampires think twice about acting against them. Lets me add the presence rating to any intimidation rolls.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation roll. Manipulation will be your attribute.
That's 4. Okay. That's 3 successes. Oh, actually, that's 2. So I got a pair of criticals. So
Before plus the 1, if it's not.
So 5 successes.
Excellent. Kind of looks over at you and just, whatever, man. Your funeral. Steps out of you guys' way, turning back to the line. You guys have been granted access.
Did ya? We're gonna walk inside.
Yeah.
Music is loud, as it was last time you were here. The different rooms all flash in different colors of greens and purples, blues and reds. Squeezing through the mass of bodies, you can smell the sweat, the quickened heart rate. You can almost hear the blood pumping through people's veins. It's loud. It's a bombardment of all your senses. The smell, the sights. You can almost taste it all in the air. What's the plan of attack, gentlemen?
Plan to head back to the same direction we went when we met her last time. See if there's somebody there that I can talk to. If I can speak over the noise.
The rest of you?
Since I have a pretty high awareness, I'm just like keeping a swivel since my awareness and alertness are pretty high.
Is there anything in particular you want us to do?
You are free to do whatever you want. Party, speak to people, gather information. Whatever you see fit.
All right, I'll follow Victor until he tells me to leave.
Yeah, may as well follow along.
I'm doing the same, but I want to see. Can I roll to see if I see any of the? Like if I can look around the club and spot any of Hannah or her seven, since I met them all before.
Wits and awareness, please.
Yep, 6. 4 successes.
4 successes. You don't see any of them, not amongst the crowd. You recognize the display of canites, the lack of breath, the lack of sweat, but not Hannah and her 7.
I relay that to Victor. I'm like, all right, boss. I looked around. There's canines here, but Hannah or 7, they're either in the back or they're not here.
Figured they'd be in the back.
I changed my course. I'm sticking with Monique.
Understood?
Wait, how many canines do you see out there that aren't NR7?
Sorry.
Just spread throughout the crowd, Wesley.
Can I get like a decent like ratio? Like, oh, there's about like 50-50 or like.
It's
Do I
definitely
notice
not
more
50-50.
canines?
There are definitely more mortals than canites. They're spread throughout. You've seen about 3 so far.
Okay. Not that many. I'd say maybe 10 at most are within the crowd right now. I've only seen about 3.
And this place is apparently popular. Wonder how many more visit here when we're not.
I should think.
Way to bring people together. And not draw attention.
You make your way through the crowd. Intent on reaching where you last met Hannah and her 7. You eventually reach that room. The crowd thins as you get to the back of the club, making it a lot easier to walk. There's the whole group of you. The 7 of you, or rather, apologies, 6, with Monique and Mishenka. all moving together. Eventually reach that door.
But there's nobody guarding it or anything.
No guard. Just a black door, silver knob.
I'm gonna knock on it. Loud.
No reply.
Is it open?
You go to turn it.
Yeah.
It seems to be open. Do you open it?
Yes.
You step inside. You find Hannah. She's in the corner. She's crouched down, comforting somebody. Person is sobbing, weeping. There's blood everywhere in this room. Smeared across the walls. Along the floor, there's puddles and pools. You see ash floating in some of the puddles. Door opens. Hannah turns her head. Her fangs bared.
Anna, what the hell happened here?
You can see the woman that she's comforting. Kind of between sobs, peeks out from her fingers. You can see red streaks across her face, running from her tear ducts. She says, I didn't mean to. They weren't good. Looks at you. Says, we had a bit of an accident. It's a bit of a bad time.
Okay. When you can, we would like to talk to you. For now, we'll take our leave and leave you to your devices unless there's something we can do to help.
You can see the woman quickly grab Hannah's hand and pull her down and whisper something in her ear. Hannah's eyes never leave your group. Anyone may feel free to make a wits and insight roll.
Arouse the blood.
3 successes, and I have 0 insight. That was just 4 wits.
I'll go
Success.
For it. I'll go for arouse the blood too. Success.
Four successes.
4 successes. Wesley, what was the result of your roll?
3.
7 successes.
Trey, are you rolling? Understood. Victor, Jason, you recognize some of the looks on Hannah's face. You're able to peek out some of the more nuance, the subtle twitch of the lip, the slight narrowing of the eyes. The woman is talking about you. She's saying something about you to Hannah. Feel free to remain at the club if you wish. I may find you afterwards after I've dealt with this.
I'm just gonna close the door.
You do so.
There go our evening plans.
Alright then. So, if we're gonna be here for a little bit, I think I'm gonna go find a quiet little bar. If there's any, well, or at least the closest to quiet there is in this loud place.
I don't really think that we should stay.
At most, grab a quick bite.
I mean,
People lucky to not wind up high as a kite.
you did say this is a big place where a lot of canines meet. You
My
try to get
advice:
some
pick off the
little,
wallflower. Oh,
we can always pick up some, check with any other canines that seem to be here that aren't affiliated with the 7. Learn a little bit about what else might be going on.
a little bit of networking.
Yeah, start networking.
Okay.
So, you're all remaining in the club. Trey, what are you up to? You muted.
As soon as he muted, what do you ask?
I am making sure Monique is safe and not, I'll probably go obfuscate. But I'm just sticking with Monique.
Understood. Monique doesn't dance or go into the crowd at all. She's a wallflower. You stay by her side. You see a few people approach her, asking to dance. Many of them just dance near her in hopes that she'll join. She has the same reaction every time. Sort of shoves them away, back into the crowd. Victor?
I figured me and Mashenka would probably walk for a little bit and just talk about the scene we saw.
You do this. You step outside of the club to do so?
If we can, or if we need to, if it's too loud to have a quiet conversation.
You can make a table available to you if you'd like.
That's probably the way that I'd go then. Just take over.
It's difficult to find a quiet spot, but the music will provide ample cover for your conversation. You sit with Mashenka. Scene is yours, Victor.
What do you think happened in there?
Looks like a frenzy to me.
The way she looked at us, I didn't really like that.
It seemed accusatory, but it's not like we could have done this, so I don't know what the look was for, really.
She's trying to blame it on us anyways. After all, who knows how long we've been here, besides the bouncer.
I don't know. I mean, we have an alibi in Alfonso, I suppose.
I don't think he would help us with this, and if anything, he would probably encourage the fight. Make it a supremacy thing like he did last time.
Maybe. So is it wise to stay here?
Guilty people don't usually sit at their crime scenes.
Fair, I suppose.
And how's your conscience feeling now that we've kind of evened the score a little bit?
Better. I'll feel better once the Valder is completed.
I definitely feel that. While we're talking, I'd be keeping an eye out for the ones that I can still see, too. Trying to make sure nobody gets snatched away.
Understood. Wesley, what are you up to in this moment?
I am gonna go feed because last time we left off, I was at like hunger 3.
So, how would you like to do this?
I do what I said. I find a wallflower, someone that doesn't look like they've been drinking a lot, like someone that's like looks like they're kind of like the shy friend that got invited for a night out and isn't really supposed to be here. And I'm gonna use awe, effortless riz. Try taking her to like a quiet corner to murder them.
You wish to drain them completely.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we do. Do you see you play a Caviar Anarch game? No, come on. You see me call myself a kindred?
Okay. You find a wallflower. With awe, it's as easy as that. You lure her to a corner, quiet as possibly can be. You take over a table, much like Victor did. And then you begin to feed. To onlookers, it looks... I'm going to show, I guess... I don't really know another term for it, but to onlookers, it looks like as if you're just necking. But you are feeding, Wesley. You take yourself down to 0. Just a reconfirmation.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she dies. The coin decides, not me. I'm like Harvey Dent.
You drink. You drink deep. There's something different about her blood.
I finally have a resonance with the love of God.
It's familiar. You find your head a little fuzzy. The sounds a little bit muffled. The lights are bright in the darkness. Perception is altered. Time is a little bit difficult to pin down. You remember this feeling. Wesley, you're high. For the time being,
God damn.
you suffer a 1 die reduction to all your wits dice pools. But the difficulties to resist frenzy decrease by 1, as you are quite calm.
Wes very hypocritically goes like, kids these days are a mess. Even though, like, counting his years as a vampire, he's only 19. This generation's fucking going in the gutter.
Victor, you see Wesley across the room. To anyone else, it looks like he'd be making out with somebody. The subtle neck kisses. And he pulls away and sort of wipes his lip.
Is she already dead?
Already gone. She's sort of slumped. Her eyes closed already, just leaning up against Wesley's shoulder. Unless Wesley gets up, that's where she'll remain.
Oh. I'm just gonna look to Mashenka and just, oh no. Let her follow my eyes.
She looks across the room. I'll handle it.
Thank you.
She gets up and strides across the room. Jason, what are you up to?
Me? I'm going to be kind of. I'm trying to find a little quiet place at first. Just somewhere I can kind of lean up against a wall and just kind of sense out for my little wraith that should be listening in, and just tell him, whisper to me.
Call out. There's no reply. Not immediately, no. But I'll let you know if and when he appears.
Alright. While I'm doing that, I guess, until he responds, I'm gonna go out and see if I find any canites out just in there. Apparently they're there, so I'm gonna start looking for them myself.
Understood. What's your intention, Jason? Looking for one to speak with or just to observe?
Pretty much both. Going to speak with them, but first I want to check if they look like the type that aren't going to be too bounced off, another canine came out. Pretty much just someone who looks like they're not too drugged out. Yeah, just looking for someone who's not too drugged out.
Understood. Oh, wits and awareness roll, please.
Wits and a what?
Awareness.
Of course. That is a 3 successes.
3 successes. It takes you a bit of time. We'll get to it. Trey. Monika's shoved away a number of individuals at this point. She whispers to herself, at least to most people, would be to herself. If you're going to skulk, can you at least make yourself useful?
What you want me to do?
Stop hiding. Men don't know how to take no from a woman. But with a man present, seems like there's another layer of respect. Make yourself present.
Okay. Drop off, you skate.
Stand next to her. She doesn't shift in posture or scowl. A few moments pass. She seems to have been right. less people approach her, less people come up dancing next to her. The few that do, first individual she shoves away. The second, she pulls you closer by the arm. Less and less people approach. What do you make of the scene?
I don't know why we here.
To garner allies, I would imagine.
These are the type of allies we want.
Maybe not. They can serve their uses. This is an ample feeding ground, it seems, for all Canaanites.
Oh, the way they feed is disgusting.
I'm inclined to agree. But if you're curious as to what the reasoning is behind our being here, you can ascertain that of one of two ways, Trey. Vector's right over in the corner. You can simply ask him. Or you can test our newfound bond. Focus. And see if you can figure out his reasoning.
What you mean, focus?
What do you think Victor wants? What do you think is the reason we're here? Try to see it from his perspective.
I mean, you said allies.
Try to think like Victor, Trey. Don't worry about what I said. Think about what Victor would want.
I'll be honest, I'm at a loss. I know he's a lawyer, right?
She pushes her hand over your mouth. Pushes you against the wall. She's only about 2 inches, 3 inches from your face. And she says, "Focus." Trey, what do you do?
I tried to focus.
What do you focus on?
I don't know, our bond, the blood. I don't know, the resonance of the combined blood and the Volturi, the connection that we all have.
Mm-hmm. You focus on this. Wesley, what's the general emotion you've been feeling the past couple days?
Shame.
Trey.
Wester's supposed to die.
Trey, you feel pity. You think about Wesley and what the fight must have meant for him. You empathize. You understand what he's feeling. You can feel the shame. You want to help him through it. Jason, what about you? What have you been feeling the past few days?
Feeling a little bit, building a little bit more resolve and confidence in what we've been doing. Building up slowly each day that passes.
Trey, you feel pride. You think about Jason and the confidence he's beginning to exude. He's coming out of his shell. as he deserves. You want to nurture that. You think that if he's a bit more confident, maybe he'll be a valued member, maybe he'll be incredibly impactful for this pack. Victor.
If thinking about the fight, exhilaration, in Victor's eyes, we did great. It didn't all go the way it should have. So, probably a little bit of failure for not having trained them enough. But still trying to look forward to the next moves.
Trey, you feel drive. When you think of Victor, you know that things could have gone better. In the monomacy with the Nosferatu. You know that things could have gone better. A rising tide raises all ships. And you want all of your pack to be at the same level, to be victors, champions. You want them all to succeed. Is that what you feel, Trey? Monique
What do I feel? Sorry.
Monique is still has you up against the wall. What do you do?
Well, what did she feel?
You want to focus on Monique.
Mm-hmm.
You feel fear. You feel worry. You feel worry that the pack is not going to survive. At least not all of them. You worry maybe you're overextending yourself. Not just you, all of the pack, all of the saints. You feel a great deal of affection for Victor, for Mashenka. You feel a lot of confidence in yourself. Self-love is difficult to encompass and come by. Focusing on Monique, you feel confident in yourself. You're not too tall or too short. You don't have an issue with your weight, thin or fat. You have no issue with your cheekbones, size of your ears. You have no issues with your physical form. Confident. You don't see any imperfections in yourself. What do you do?
Uh-huh. Well, that was weird.
Do you have your answer?
No.
Takes a little bit getting used to. You can always just go ask him. Or you can try to focus strictly on him.
Okay. I'll just go.
She leans back
You
up against the wall. Trey, go ahead.
You gonna be alright here by yourself? I know you was.
Men are annoying. They're not a threat.
Alright. I guess I'll walk over to Victor.
You make your way. Wesley. After you've fed, and the woman is slumped up against your shoulder, what do you do?
Wes just sits there and waits to be told to go.
Shenka shows up, strides across the room, and in this voice you've never heard her use before, she goes, "Oh my God, Tracy, what did you do?" Starts to walk over to you, and this woman starts to go off about, Tracy's had too much to drink, she should really get her home. Putting on a show for the crowd.
Do I have to roll to know what she's doing?
It's
can I just,
very
play
clear
along?
what she's doing.
Yeah, okay, cool. I just play along and I pretend to be like some douchebag guy. I'm like, oh, my bad. Yeah.
I'm taking her home, alright?
I wasn't trying to get her to do
No,
anything.
no, I don't. No, okay, buddy. Sure, whatever. She leans in and kind of grabs her friend up. Sort of has to marionette her. Arm over her shoulder. She leans into you and closes and says, "I know you're hurting right now, but you cannot be fucking stupid about your feeding habits." She pulls away and takes the corpse, now dubbed Tracy.
Almost slams the table, half keeping up the act of oh man, frustrated guy. I'm also annoyed that he fucked up and slipped up.
She takes the corpse along the edge of the dancing floor, finds a room, and ducks inside it very quickly. What do you do, Wes?
I get up and I go to the bar because I can consume food and alcohol and stuff because I have that merit.
Understood. Victor, Trey, you're joined once more.
Well, hello.
What's up?
Just watching.
Watching what?
All of you. And them.
What we doing here?
The goal is either to gain an ally for the coming fight or weaken a potential enemy. Either or. Whatever happens.
Well, if weaken them is the aim, seems like Hannah is pretty vulnerable right now.
I would prefer the prior to the latter.
But why?
The more we have on our side when we go against the Camarilla, the better. Strong as we may be, we can't do everything on our own. And the more people we have fighting with us means the less chance that we will lose one of you.
I don't like this plan. I don't like these people. I don't like their habits.
I understand. This would not be how I would choose to live my eternity either. It's noisy and nasty. But to each their own.
We can't allow this. The fuck shows, the dismemberment, killing of Seth's children whenever they want, the drugs.
If it's to serve a purpose, the killing, yes. Though I don't see much that it could. Drugs and alcohol, I don't think he really cares. I
I think he
haven't
would
read
if they're
anything
using his
that
name.
says.
They call it they're supposed to be children of his. I don't know what kind of father would allow that type of behavior.
Trey, what are you trying to convey to Victor in this moment?
That these potential allies aren't worthy to be our allies, aren't worthy to call themselves child of Cain.
Victor,
This is a mask.
Victor, you you feel that creep in, the wanton excess, the blatant displays of debauchery. It's unbecoming of Cain's children. You'll understand what Trey's trying to say. No, your feelings, your thoughts are your own. For now. But you understand what he's saying.
I get it. I understand. And like I said, this is not something I would want for us or myself. But in the moment, like I said, we cannot do this all on our own. They are the most amicable. And if they are truly breaking Cain's word, we can deal with that later. I would rather deal with heretics that outright don't care first.
Okay. Well, that you want me to snoop?
Like I said, if that's what you want. Actually, since you're offering, yes, it would be pretty beneficial to know exactly what that woman is telling her. But do not get caught. I don't know if you caught the look, but there was definitely something off in that room.
I'll
And let Monique know. Don't just go if she doesn't approve. Don't.
I'll depart silently back to Monique.
Understood. Jason, still no reply from the spirits. And you look for the Canaanites in the crowd. Find a young man. Not exactly alone at the bar. But no one is conversing with him currently.
Alright. I'll head up to the man. Sit beside him.
I don't think I've seen you
So-
here.
I've only been here, I'd say once before. Don't really visit too often.
Not really your kind of scene.
Yeah. Mostly come here on, I don't use the word business, but generally more like a business type phase.
What business is that?
Nothing for me to really say. But, there's more of your type scene, yeah?
Undoubtedly. It's easier to
Alright,
think
alright.
when there's nothing. It's easier to think when there's nothing to cloud your thoughts. The music, in a way, is so deafening that it's almost silent.
Okay, I get that kind of perspective. You been here for a little bit?
About a month now.
Alright.
You?
Oh. I'll say, almost 2 weeks now. A little bit, maybe closer to on the lower end of that, but you know.
Welcome to Mexico City.
Thank you, thank you. So, you just here on your lonesome or something, or?
Looking for something, actually.
Oh. Mind saying, or just to pique my interest a little bit. You mind saying that?
Say again.
It piques my interest a little bit. You mind saying that interest of mine?
Yeah. Looking for someone to take home. I need an extra pair of hands.
Just gonna kind of look a little bit around. Pretty much just anyone will do, or what kind of person you looking for?
Well, I didn't really have a type picked out, I suppose. Anyone will do, really. Suppose it's the first person to approach.
Oh? You looking for somebody more on the nocturnal side or something, or you looking for something else here?
I was willing to take anybody, but kind of looks up at you. I think you'll do.
Oh.
Jason, I need a composure and wits roll from you, please.
I may be on drugs, but I'm at the bar. Can I see this?
I would like to search the blood.
You're also muted, Ron.
Yes, Wesley, from a wits and awareness roll, please subtract the 1 die for your
That's 5.
imbibement.
Yeah, I would like to do a search blood, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
That is only 2 successes.
Success.
Actually, I'll search the blood. Okay. That's a failure. I get 100. Okay.
I'm going to hold off on your blood surge. It would normally need to be done before you make the roll, Wesley.
Oh, my bad.
So 2 successes. You don't see this yet.
Alright, 5 successes.
Victor, go ahead and make your roll. You said 5 successes. Victor, I'll ask you for the results of your roll after this brief moment. Jason. God, he's handsome. Maybe it's the curly hair. He's clearly not a native. Not with the blonde locks. Not with the blue eyes. His hair's cut, not short, just dancing just above the shoulders. God, he's handsome. You think you want to know him a little better. You think you maybe you are what he's looking for. And you're sure Victor wouldn't mind. Surely. I mean, you're just waiting around, waiting for a meeting with Hannah, so maybe you can take some time to get to know this gentleman.
Sure then. What would you like to know? You know, yeah, what's on your mind?
Victor, the result of your roll?
3 successes with a bestial failure sitting.
From what you can tell right now, seems like Jason is talking to somebody. Having a brief conversation. Jason's gentleman looks at you and says, "What are you here for? I'm so interested."
You know, just getting to know people here to make contacts, you know. Get to know people, you know? Just here with a couple friends, you know.
Where are your friends?
Oh, they're around here, really. I kind of like turn on. I'm not sure if I ever looked where the rest of them went.
Oh, you can give me a wits and awareness roll. Let's see if you can point them out for me.
That is 0 successes.
You gesture vaguely, you don't even really look for them. Can't take your eyes off him. Looks at you and says, "Huh. How many are you with?"
I'm here with like 5, 6. Yeah.
Oh, you have me surrounded. I like that.
You know, just I don't really say we're surrounded or anything. We're just around.
Understandable. Do you mind if we go someplace quieter?
I'm sure, yeah.
Come on. Takes you by
Yeah,
the
of course.
hand. Victor, Wesley, you see Jason get up to leave with somebody.
Do I know for sure they're leaving?
They're heading toward the door.
I'm gonna move over there and just put my hand on Jason's shoulder. Where you going, bud?
Oh, oh, hey, Victor. Yeah, I was just going with my this guy. Yeah, just gonna go get to know him.
And I'm just gonna look at that guy, whose name is not mentioned at all.
We're just stepping outside for some fresh air.
Well, we're actually waiting to meet with somebody, so
Well, you can come too if you'd like. Victor, I need a a wits and composure roll from you, please.
Can I see this?
You can definitely see
There it is.
Victor and Jason having conversations with this gentleman. Jason seems to be like standing next to them hand in hand with this stranger. Victor is doing his dad thing.
You said wits and composure?
Wits and composure.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm assuming this guy's using presence. Is there any way for me to like notice that?
I'm
If
gonna
you're
rouse the
looking,
blood.
I'll allow a wits and occult roll from you, Wesley. See if there's any disciplines going on here.
I will rouse the blood since I'm imbibed.
Victor, what does that bring your hunger to?
3.
Excellent.
What?
So close. So close.
That's a fail. The blood raises. That's fine. Who cares?
What about you, Wesley? What does that bring your hunger to? Back up to 1, yes?
Hunger's up to 1, yeah.
Where'd they go?
Jason, for the record right now, you don't understand what the big deal is. You're just trying to have some fun. You're on off time right now.
That's a dice, please.
5 successes, Victor.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, he's charming.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. Wesley, you can tell that there's presence abilities going on here. Yes. Victor, he is charming, but not that charming. You're unaffected by anything that he's trying to use. In fact, you're.
Can I move towards Roshanka and then like point towards Victor, let them know, be like, Magic Man's over there trying to take our friends away.
Roshanka's still outside of the club dealing with your corpse.
Oh, my bad. Monique, come here.
Monique, you approach and she's kind of looking over. Be ready for a fight.
So like just holding tight to his like obsidian stake thing. Just ready.
Victor.
I'm just gonna lean right into his face, and that doesn't work on me. Cut the shit.
I don't think... It's funny that usually works. I suppose it doesn't really need to work on you, though. We're just stepping outside. So, if you would kindly... new friend. If you would kindly let your friend know that, you'll be right back.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's only gonna be a moment or two, or however long it takes, and I'll be right back. It'll be all good.
No.
Oh,
Not when you're using powers. That's not a friend.
Jason, you don't see what the big deal is. I mean, hell, you're just having a little bit of fun. Why is being such a stick in the mud? Go ahead and give me another wits and composure roll.
Could I, is there any way for me to circle around?
Yeah, absolutely. They're not at the
I
door
to
yet.
circle
They're-
around.
You can.
I'm
be-
not.
I just realized I had unswayable mind. Would I be adding that to this?
You should. What does unswayable mind dictate, Jason?
Unswayable mind dictates.
Not reading your powers, ladies and gentlemen.
The gains of mystical ability resist attempts to sway them through mundane charms, coercion, and wiles. Some exhibit an insane-like state. Effectively, the user adds a fortitude as extra dice in a roll made to resist coercion, intimidation, seduction, any other attempt to sway the user's mind against their will. This power also works against supernatural powers such as dominate and presence.
Then yes, Jason, you should have added unswayable mind to this roll.
That's beautiful. I'm gonna search the blood again.
But I mean, can I circle around to be outside? Is what I mean. Like outside.
Absolutely, yes, you may.
All right, cool. I do that. I let Monique know that I'm doing that.
She nods.
I'm just outside in case I see this motherfucker come out with Jason. Like,
Oh, okay. Hello there. That's 9 successes, messy crit.
9 successes, messy crit. You tap in. Victor, what do you feel?
I'm pissed off that this guy's just trying to walk away with my people while using power disciplines on them.
Jason, you feel Victor's rage. You feel that pull. It's that pull that shrugs you away from this stranger. He's handsome. He's charming. Maybe you would have liked to get to know him, but not like this. How rude to pull you away from your new family.
You know, I actually have. I just realized I do have more important things to do at the moment. Sorry about that.
More important than me.
Yeah,
At this,
I got
Jason, the result of your messy crit kicks in. Yeah, more important than him. Your affection turns to anger, to hatred, to rage.
Yeah, a lot more important. Yeah, I got my little group right here. So if you don't mind, how about you just go find yourself in a dumpster or perhaps a fire? Get out of here.
Wow. Didn't realize the two of you were married. Suit yourself. He steps out of the club. Wesley, you see him leave alone.
you lucky son of a bitch.
I never got a name for that, man. Did he
Yeah,
just do that?
I noticed.
Yeah.
Wes walks back in.
Yeah, fuck.
You rejoin your friends, Victor, Jason, Wesley. You're all together once more.
I was ready to crack skulls with this weather, man.
Ready to crack your skull eating somebody in a bar that's not anywhere near unowned.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And you falling for a simple mind trick.
Yeah, really, dude? Presents?
Don't look people in the eyes either.
You know, you think I'd remember the stuff like that, but you know, for some reason, I didn't think that would happen there.
Always the center, bro, never the eyes.
Didn't think that some
Lips is better.
some unknown random Canaanite was gonna just decide, oh yeah, let's just go and start. Okay, you know what?
We all have our own plans in these dark nights.
If he was still here, I'd probably shoot him. Probably a good thing he left.
Could have been a Cammy.
I give him more reason to shoot.
I'm just saying we don't know anything about him other than his blonde hair and a penchant for using presents. Maybe he's a Toreador.
Trey. Last we left you, you were sneaking in and trying to listen in.
I would have head over to Monique first, as Victor advised. So if she'd approved of it, then yeah, I would.
She speaks up and says, "Where exactly are you going?"
Probably in the back room where the important stuff is.
Hmm.
Maybe see where those two that were talking about Cammy stuff before. See where they're at.
I'll give you an opening. You can't exactly just open the door and then nothing comes out, you know?
Fair.
Let's go.
At whatever strategic time, I'll cast Obfuscate. If I'm able to hide myself from people's sight,
Absolutely.
to do that.
You make yourself, again, the hallway gets a little more scarce when you get back to Hannah's back room. Obfuscate yourself, hiding yourself in the shadows. Monique doesn't.
My routes check. So
Understood. Monique doesn't bother knocking. She opens the door. You still see the two women there, Hannah and this sobbing canine. Hannah turns, rising, and says, "I told you to wait." Apologies, my deepest apologies. She steps inside, leaving the door open for you to walk through. Deepest apologies. I just wanted to let you know that there was an incident. But we can discuss it later. We'll be waiting. Just wanted to make that aware. Make you aware of our presence. I'll be with you when I can. Of course. My apologies. She retreats.
I don't like the way she spoke. But I'll take that opportunity and head in as sneakily as possible.
You step inside as Monique steps out. She doesn't close the door all the way. She leaves it just cracked open when she departs. Trey, you are alone in this room. The blood, the ash, these two women. What would you like to do?
If they're still talking, even though I'm obfuscated, I'll still try to hide, like if I was physically visible, and try to listen in on to what they're saying. And also, for your knowledge, I do have sense to unseen. So
noted. You don't see anything. You don't see anything of note, really. Sense the unseen. How many dots do you have in aspects?
just one. Just for that.
I would say that you get a sense of danger just from the woman. She may be able to see you. So you crouch down what looks like an older nightstand, staying hidden from sight. Give me a stealth roll, Trey.
Ooh, gladly.
I would say not dexterity in this moment, as you are trying to remain still, trying to avoid being seen by anyone who may have aspects. I would say either composure or resolve. You're entirely your choice.
Uh, I'll do resolve. I will rouse the blood as well.
By all means.
Success. Nine successes.
9
With a
successes.
regular crit.
9 successes, regular crit. You crouch down behind this old nightstand. It's larger, made of a deep mahogany. You remain still. Terribly still. As a Cainite, you don't need to breathe. You don't really need to do much of anything. You don't really need to hydrate your eyes by blinking. You remain perfectly motionless. You listen. The woman is still sobbing. She says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to. Just they're enemies now, and they're gone now. I did okay." You know, holds her close and says, "They were our pack. I need you to tell me why you did this. I need you to make me understand. We can't stay here. We can't be a part of this anymore. We were doing fine. We were okay. Before you did this, everything was fine. What happened?" They were planning. They were. Don't make me say it. I need you to tell me the truth. They were talking to Forenza. What about? They were going to betray the spot. They were going to betray the pack. All of them? No, but they... Yes, no, but... They weren't going to last. You don't understand. You're right, we can't stay here. But you killed our pack. I did it for you. Hannah holds her close. Trey. Just a lot of silence for a moment. Hannah speaks up, says, "When did you have this vision?" "A few weeks ago. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to be sure. I wanted to be sure. Why didn't you tell me?" "I didn't have any proof. It was just visions. And they're cloudy, they're mottled sometimes." "What was the vision?" woman speaks up and she says, everyone turned away from us. Everyone ran to an old building, an old, decrepit building, and they left us in a field. I died. And that was it. Just remember a sword going through my heart. Because they betrayed us. You had this vision weeks ago. I didn't have any proof. It's gonna be okay. Come here, it's gonna be okay. Hannah hugs her close. Trey, you hear a gasp and a squelching of flesh and blood. You see Hannah has struck and reached her hand into Miss K-Knight's heart. She pulls. Says, the vision you saw was me. You died because you betrayed this pack. I'm only sorry I was too late to stop you. She rips the heart free from this woman. This woman starts to fall. Tears of blood streaming down her face. She tries to speak, and it covers her mouth, till her body starts to turn gray and decrepit, starts to crumble into ash. What do you do, Trey?
I guess I'll try to make my way back out towards Monique and Senpai.
Monique left the door cracked. You stand as she begins to weep loudly. You move through the space, you get to the door, you begin to just open it just a bit more and begin to creep outside. Do you close it behind you, Trey?
No, I leave it as Monique left it.
You step outside, leaving Hannah sobbing in a room full of her long dead former packmates. Trey, what do you feel? What do you think in this moment? What are your thoughts on
I feel
what you
like
witnessed?
Hannah is a dumbass. She killed the only person that probably was on her side. But as for her crying and the emotional aspect of it, it's nothing that's there. It's just that they're dumbasses.
What do you think about the revelation that she revealed before she passed? Hannah's pack speaking to Forenza.
I mean, it validates what I know about two of them. Don't know about the rest if they were all on board. But if that's the case, then yeah, we probably should either get out of here sooner than later, or make a move of some sort.
Trey, I have one final question for you, just to get some insight into your thoughts, your mind. This happened because the Camarilla was having conversations with Hannah's pack. As such, only Hannah remains. Is this a Camarilla victory?
Personally, it's kind of a stalemate. Camarilla benefits from this, but TREY didn't like how they operated. So for him, it's kind of even. He'd rather have Hannah and the 7 gone anyway.
You may rejoin your allies. Who do you approach first?
I'll go to Monique first.
Victor, Jason, I would say Wesley, but he's disappeared on us. After the incident with Jason, did you rejoin Monique, or where did you guys go?
If they didn't go back to doing whatever they were doing, I was going to go back to my table. Just wait and watch.
Jason, would you have joined them?
Yeah, I would be. I'd be staying right beside Victor, directly by his side, considering what just happened.
Understood.
Probably getting a little bit of a lecture then.
Yeah, fair enough, but safer here than there.
Wesley, where would you have gone after Jason's little incident? Victor and Jason have sat at the table.
I would have joined them, but probably kept quiet. Wes is a little bit disappointed he didn't get to use his weapon for the second time.
Monique gives you a little bit of shit too, Jason. She makes her way over and says, "Have found a new friend? Making new friends all around then?"
Oh yeah, just all the best friends, people that just you just look into the eyes of, and all of a sudden they're the prettiest man in the world.
Nothing wrong with a little
great
one-night stand, Jason. Just be sure that you don't catch something.
Yeah.
Trey, you exit, and you see all of your allies joined around a table, save for Mashenka.
Yeah, if there's an open seat, I'll just sit down, and then poof, I'm here. But if not, then I'll make myself present.
You do this, sit down, and appear before your friends.
Welcome back.
Yeah, you been there for a while?
No. But and I'm whispering, trying my best to whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think the 7 is anymore. And to be honest, I think we should probably conclude our business here sooner than later.
You want to go a little deeper in that, or?
The bloody mess in the room.
I don't think she
Yeah, fair
frenzied some civilians or anything. I think she killed her own.
I don't think we should be talking so publicly in this place anymore. So if we still have business with Hannah, I feel like we should take care of it. She should be alone now.
I mean, she said she'd find us when she was ready, so.
What?
It's not about being ready.
What's King's
Do we
words?
strike now or not? Is the thing.
When the gangrel gets spooked, be wary or something like that, right? I'm just saying, I'm a little spooked right now.
We are very worried, but at the same time, this is their little land here, so we should be waiting for them.
This isn't their land, is my drift.
Yeah, but nothing says we have to wait here for forever.
Yeah.
Enough.
Where's Mashenka?
Outside.
How long has she been out there?
30 minutes. She's taking care of something.
I don't think this is the Seven's turfs anymore. That's what I'm trying to put down here.
And I'm saying, do we make it ours or do we let someone new come into town?
I don't really want it.
But territory open, it just leads more rats to infest it.
Well,
Trey, what are you trying to convey to your allies?
Sure.
that goddamn this area is compromised, goddamn, or most likely is probably compromised. The Seven is no more. Hannah is by herself. I've already told him in the past that members of a group was cooperating with the Camarilla. So either we do what we came here to do, or we leave before we get caught up into something. I am antsy as fuck right now.
Jason, Victor, Wesley. Maybe it's the words of Cain, the proverb. Watch gangrel, and when they are uneasy, leave. Maybe it's the Valdery. Well, you feel it. Trey's uneasy. Trey's seen something. Trey has information. You send him a scout ahead, Victor. He doesn't trust this place anymore. Hannah's on her own. Which means something bigger may be coming. You'll understand what he's trying to say. Again, your words and your actions are your own for now. The Valdery is setting in. You feel one another. You feel your emotions. What would you all like to do?
My question is not if we leave, it's do we plan on coming back?
She knows we want to talk. She'll come to us. If she even can anymore.
I'll say
I
this.
say,
Whatever we do, I don't think we should wait. If we want her, then let's go get her. If we don't want her, then let's just leave.
I was going to say, if we leave, we should at least return later. See if it still remains just Hannah or somebody else.
I'm gonna go look for Mashenka.
Grab Mashenka, bring her to the table. I'll go try to see Hannah.
I'll follow with you. Just make sure nothing else happens.
I'm gonna go back to the door and knock on the door.
You split. We pack departs from one another. Victor, knock. Gangrel and uneasy. Leave. That, for now, is where we'll close tonight's episode of Book of Saints. We thank you for joining us. Is there anything to plug?
My wife and kid, please save them for the love of God. I don't care what happens
If
to me.
we get a Twitch TOS
Maria
strike
is
because
7
of
years
this,
old.
I swear.
My wife Elizabeth is 23. I just want them to be safe and sound.
Just, go ahead and just
God.
you and if we get a Twitch TOS strike because of your joke, thank you for watching. We of course have been the Rolling Nomads. You can find us everywhere on Twitch at _Rolling Nomads. That's the best way to keep up to date with us and what we're doing. Anything late, anything that we might be missing, anything new programming we might be up to. We have, as of this moment, we have Book of Saints every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, as well as Scion Godsend over on twitch.tv/theonyxpath. At what time do we do Scion, guys? 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Wow, I'm bad at this. 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time over on twitch.tv/onyxpath for our Scion Godsend Chronicle on Season 2. And as of right now, that's all we have. We've just ended Thy Kindred Come for the Sunday as well. But that will be joined up after October is said and complete. We're going to be starting another D&D campaign on that same time slot where Thy Kindred Come was. So 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sundays. Right here on twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads. That'll be our D&D campaign starting in November. Very excited for it. Pretty stoked. That is our Twitch, our Twitter. You can find us over on YouTube. These episodes and Scion's Godsend's episodes are being uploaded as we speak over on our YouTube, youtube.com/Rolling Nomads. Taking a little bit longer than I expected. Having issues downloading the VODs themselves. But hopefully that will be all complete very, very soon. Me, of course, I have been your storyteller for this chronicle. I am Gilbert Ramos, found everywhere on the internet. It's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all the things under the name @Ramos the Nomad. And then, of course, we have our another quick plug just to plug some work that I've been working on with some other great people. Shards of Contagion is available on Storyteller's Vault right now. It's the Contagion Chronicle 2nd edition. It's a reeling world of sickness with a god machine. It's overwhelmed with illness, manifesting as a variety of different plagues upon the world. It combines the 1st edition guidelines, updated for the 2nd edition now for the Contagion Chronicle. Mirrors Gabriel Horn's Mirrors Bleeding Edge 2.0, and Mirrors Fantasy Folk, the Contagion Chronicle, giving it all that setting piece. So giving you the infection of the god machine and the ability to play as werewolves, vampires, mummies, all the things all together united as one, which normally you don't get to do in for like the World of Darkness, but Chronicles of Darkness with the Contagion Chronicle, you can do that. So go ahead and give it a look. They have got rat folk. They've got a thick rat folk they chose for art for no reason. Don't know why that exists, but I had to work on that section, and she just stared at me the entire time. It was terrifying. Yeah, they've got rat folk. They've got elves. We got Wargaz. You know what a Wargaz is? I didn't. It's going to be awesome. They got Clockwork and Soulforged. Just give it a check. It's Shards of Contagion over on Storyteller's Vault. I would post a link, but I neglected to give myself mod privileges, so I can't post links because I'm dumb. That's all I got. Is there anything else? Have anything to plug? No? Alright, we'll leave it on that note. We thank you guys very much, of course, for joining us. We hope you'll join us again next Friday. Same time, same place, same K-Nights. We'll see you then.